So a Nashville black club is called Minerva got caught on fire yesterday. It's all over the news. Black clubs in Nashville are very, very, very short-lived. They usually don't last long. Excuse me. There was a popular one called Limelight that closed down. Allegedly, the owner had some tax. They had some situation going on. Speaking of Limelight, looked like Limelight was trying to come back to the scene through a partnership with Club Minerva. I seen that they had some type of thing on Instagram. Limelight was known for the happy hours where you could get drinks, especially downtown, with drinks being very expensive. You could get it for like, very cheap, $2.44 or $2.42, whatever. So they don't know. They claim that they don't know what happened, how the fire started or whatever. But first of all, I'm glad nobody got hurt. That area where Club Minerva is used to be the ghetto, but with gentrification, they got all type of housing, all type of apartments. They don't really clean up that neighborhood. There was a corner store. Was that DB Todd and Buchanan Street? Looked like that. They finally closed that down. They're really trying to clean up that area. That area had its bad reputation. It's also known. It's also like the same area where one of the worst projects back in the day, Dodge City, is still standing. I think Dodge City is still there. I went to Club Minerva a few times. If I ever get done early walking downtown, I'm like, let me go see what's they happy about. It was pretty cool. It was a nice community. It was free to get in. I go in there. People dancing, having time. People dancing, having a good time. I didn't feel safe there. When I say I didn't feel safe there, I mean cause once you go in there, it's like right on the street line. So all I was thinking about, what if somebody have a beef with somebody in the outside, and they come here and shooting the whole place up? Everybody's gonna get hit. That's the bad thing. I don't want to be negative. The good thing is that I love, shout out to the owner. I didn't mean the owner, but I like what they're trying to do, trying to build a place for people to come together, especially because, there's really no place for black people to go to beside Broadway.
North Nashville nightclub went up in flames early this morning, just hours after people celebrated the 4th of July there. Thanks for joining us. I'm Courtney Allen. As WSMV4's Braden Ross reports, the community is heartbroken to see a neighborhood staple now in ruins.
Minerva Avenue was one of Lyric Williams' favorite spots to hang out.
It was so fun. Everything was fun. Drinks was cheap. People was a vibe. Food was good. Where do y'all know? Wings busting. Delicious.
But now she says it's yet another North Nashville staple she's lost. That's because of a fire around 3:30 this morning, just an hour and a half after the bar had closed for the night.
Everybody keep talking about it had to have happened last night after everybody left, but it's when? Ain't the fire department right there?
Firefighters got it under control and no one was hurt. The Nashville Fire Department is still investigating what caused the fire.
I feel like every time we find somewhere fun to hang out, something happened. Oh my gosh, it's literally nowhere to go. Everywhere I go, they get shut down. This ruined my day. I'm not gonna lie.
Minerva Avenue was named after the street where the founder grew up. Its website describes the bar and restaurant as a place where customers are encouraged to reflect on their adolescence and highlight the impact of art and music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. People outside the venue told me today the owners are devastated by the fire and are focused on helping their employees right now. They say the most severe damage was to the outside patio, and they're hoping the building will be able to be repaired.
This is hurting my feelings. This is breaking my heart.
In North Nashville, Braden Ross, WSMV4.
Which you always feel like a guest, if that makes sense. By the way, go to Broadway and go to any rooftop. Most rooftop, they will play watered down rap and hip hop. When I say watered down, because they're really trying to keep the violence down. Whenever you listen to Nuck If You Buck, if you listen to Nuck If You Buck 3 times in a row, there's gonna be some violence. So they try to water it down, keep it clean. But I did appreciate what the owner was trying to do, trying to give people a place to come hang out and whatever. But I don't know how long they've been opening. But look like I wouldn't call them a failure. People would like to use that word so often. You failed, your business failed. No, I think they've been in business for probably 5-6 years. So I wouldn't call that a failure. And then I'm hoping they got insurance and all type of stuff. I'm pretty sure it's gonna cost money. People losing jobs. I don't think the location, I didn't like the location because it's like you have to park on the street and you parking in front of people's house. I felt kind of safe parking in front of people's house because they got like ring camera bells, ring cameras and stuff like that. But it was still like the street was kind of like dark, and then sometimes if 2 cars trying to pass each other with other cars that are parking, it's a hassle. But the good is shout out to the owner trying to do a community. Well, every time I went in there, it was free. They had the dress code. They really tried to. They meant well. They're trying to do something for the black community. I seen some. Last time I went, I only been there 3 times. Last time I went, like 2 months ago, I said they had like Metro cops outside, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, like you didn't have to pay for parking. It was something for the community. But like safety wise, I didn't feel safe. Of course, they had like somebody patting you down. I did appreciate that. I did appreciate that. Checking everybody, make sure they ain't got no weapons. But it's like the location is safe. I didn't like the location. It's not Minerva. It could have been any type of club, any type of bars. It's like right there on the street, I'm like, well, what if somebody beef on somebody? Nigga, like, cause you just like, I remember just kind of like standing, like this is the door, like this is the club, whatever. But I'm like, I'm able to see outside, next to the security, people checking IDs, and I'm like, what if somebody just, But yeah, black clubs in Nashville are very short-lived. Limelight was everybody's favorite. Limelight, they did a lot of stuff for the community, like free food and stuff like that. And big artists used to come to Limelight. And shout out to the owner. I was shout out to the owner because I was trying to like do pictures and videos and looked like he was willing to work with me. But during that same time, that's when stuff was going downhill. I think there's another one that's just open in middle of town. I don't know. I forgot the name of it, but I about to check that one out. Look like it's supposed to be more upper class. So I keep that in mind. I might go check that one out. But I don't know, man. It's like black clubs in Nashville just don't seem to survive. There was one that used to focus on older people, Sensation, Jazz Sensation. There was on for years. That seems to go under. So Pierre, people always ask me like, Pierre, man, what the real, gangster clubs that I'm trying to listen to some real gangster. None of that country stuff, none of that watered down Little John stuff. I'm talking about the wheels. I will go to inform you. I don't know. There was one down the street where I live in Rivergate was, gangster. You go in there, people smoking, they don't give a F. But of course, they closed that down. That's like a Hispanic club. But yeah, so that's what's going on in the Ville. Just if you traveling here in Nashville, you're trying to go get twerk on, it ain't gonna happen. Well, on Broadway, white girls will dance on you, but there's no more no hood, none of that. Okay, so sad because like I said, that's people that's always losing their jobs and stuff like that. And what I guess is they're probably gonna put some condos, Airbnb or something in that area, because that area have really changed completely.